Here now, Younghoe Koo to get us started. And off we go here in Atlanta. This fielded at about the 9. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. Big opening up the middle. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the air one more time. He'll complete that to the rookie from Auburn. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on what the receivers do.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
From his end zone, he'll throw it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I like the aggressiveness of taking the shot there, but the downside is, Mike, when you find yourself backed up this close to your own end zone, now it brings up 4th down. That is not an enviable situation to find yourselves in. You either got to punt this ball away and play field position, or if you keep that offense out there, you better have a play you feel really good about.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Motion man is Rice. They'll stick with him again. Oh, he coughs up the football.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. And you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns. Not a game of hot potato, bouncing the ball back and forth.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll throw out of the gun. And he thought about throwing it away, but he can't get rid of it, and that's going to go down as a sack.
I understand what he's trying to do, Mike. He's thinking, can I extend this play? Can I get out of the pocket and buy some time for my receivers? But on these early downs, that's a ball that just needs to be thrown away.
It is 3rd and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll let one go down the middle. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Panthers. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Falcons nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touched back, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. right back to the air following that pick six. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing.
Still fighting for yards, and he lost the football. The Panthers have it.
You have to appreciate the effort of the ball carrier. I mean, how many tackles did it seem like he broke on that run? But so often we see it, Mike, time and time again. The more these guys fight for extra yards, they're fighting and clawing for every inch. That ball just gets a little lower and a little looser. And the way these guys are taught now on defense, if you don't have great ball security, they are going to attack it. And in this case, we're able to pop it loose and come up with a big takeaway.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Mills. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
On the set.
3rd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Check out.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready?
To the air now on 1st and 10. Off he goes. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ring alert. Ring alert.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. He'll work his way only to the 23.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go!
Now, faking the give. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Now the Falcons will use their third final timeout as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime.
Let's go now. Ready?
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
And this is what happens when you can pair a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Another one from the 5, second down and goal.
Set. Hut, hut.
Now a give on the ground, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons will level things out at 7 apiece. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. The Panthers will take their first timeout. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Here's a second and 9.
Go! Track at 60. Ready?
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Here's Coop for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
So, we're at halftime here in Atlanta, and the Falcons are in the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see if we can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this one will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. And he's near the 1st down, stopped a little short of the 40. 3rd and a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
He'll drop to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. They'll put Addison in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Just his 1st catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's deep, for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 1st and 10. There's Johnson, the tight end. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. They face 2nd down and 7. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught left side by Pitts. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's caught. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So the big play gets him down close, and now it's first and goal. No handoff, he'll keep it himself. And he'll give it up on the pitch. A dive, and he's in! Touchdown, Falcons! Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Back to throw. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. And he will get into the end zone. Juwan Johnson. Touchdown, Panthers. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's second and 3 to go.
Ready.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And this is taken in by the defense.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. They'll throw here on third and short. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down. And that brings up fourth down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz plan for this fourth down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
They'll throw out of the gun. Now, deep ball for London. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Drake London. Touchdown Atlanta. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
That one complete to Johnson. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Now, deep ball for London. That is hot. You talk about flipping the field out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line.
Top low 18. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to keep it himself.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Set. Hut.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
Go.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple.
Let's go now. 19 Lions.
Now, faking the give. Now, deep ball for London. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Crazy. Up the sideline to the 15. Give them 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked up by Cooper DeJean.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to run it. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about.
Okay, break. Ready. Ready, ready.
Second down, zone read, and he keeps it. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll drop to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Now Mills. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area, and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball. Yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He fires downfield for Pitts. And the Panthers are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They get the victory